Good evening and welcome to Hull Middle School's 8th grade concert. This is our final concert at Hull Middle School for you. My name is Amanda McClellan and here we have Sadie Glasgow and Nasio is playing violin. She was playing bass if you were at the 6th grade concert. And we also have Miss April Okeson. Oh, she's over there, of course, doing all the details for us, running our program. Thank you so much. And we are delighted that you're here. This is the entire 8th grade, so in LGPE we had split in half, 8A and AB, but now we're back together for our final concert. The first, they're not seated in rank order or any kind of order at all, they just came in and grabbed chairs, but we did reserve the front 2 rows for members of the Gwinnett County and Hull Middle School Honor Orchestras. So if you are a member of Kendall Orchestra, GCYS, or Hull Middle School's Chamber Orchestra, would you please stand? They represent the top 10% of our orchestra here at Hull. If you are interested in accelerating your skills, on the newsletter that I just sent out on Friday, I put down private lesson list. I also put some summer camps that are really close and rental information. The students that have their own instrument at home have a lot more opportunities to practice. And so now that you know how much they love this and how committed they are to it, if you have not rented an instrument yet, we live in an amazing county with lots of opportunities, so I also put all the rental brochures on there as well. I hope you enjoy our spring concert. We are starting with Final Countdown. our pianist, Jessalyn Bong. I'd also like to recognize another guest performer that we have tonight. I love our spring concert with all the pop music, and we get a chance to hire a percussionist. And this is one of my favorite percussionists because he and I worked together for about 18 years. He used to be the band teacher at Hull Middle School. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Jones. I'm just having him. So he and I actually got together on pre-planning, and we picked this concert date so we could work it out between him working at McConnell and having concerts and Hull concerts. So very, very happy to have you here this year. The 8th graders, you may remember, had LGPE back in March, and every class got their superior plaques. And then we had a select group of students play an additional concert over at Peachtree Ridge High School. They had extra rehearsals they had to attend, and then they had to spend their Friday night at Peachtree Ridge performing. So they also won Superior from the judges. In fact, they got a perfect score. 4 judges gave them perfect scores on their performance and sight reading. I'm very, very proud of them. So we purchased from the state of Georgia the large group performance evaluation medallions, which they are wearing this evening. If you performed in that special concert and won your superior medallion, will you please stand up? All-State Orchestra is a chance to really show off the excellence that we have here at Hull Middle School, because thousands of students audition for this, and they only accept about 140 students, and of that, 2 of those students were from our 8th grade orchestra right here. So Gwinnett County Public Schools has given us these beautiful certificates to present to our students that represented us so well. So please come forward, Simon Cho and Splendor Egwu.
All right, the next set of awards we have are the Orchestra Leadership Awards. Now, these awards are chosen by the students voting in class on which fellow classmate they think represents the most respectful, responsible, and honorable version of what an orchestra student should be. Now, they voted, and we have 2 from each class, and then we even have an overall award afterwards. They also get a medal. All right, from the 8B class, Splendor Egwu. And Caitlin Choi.
From my 8A class, Yi Ting Cheng. And Jaden Fan. From my 8B class, Casey Chung. And Jesselyn Baum. So the students voted on the students that you just saw. They got to pick 2 students from each class. And then we asked them to vote on an overall winner for the entire 8th grade, encompassing all of our classes together. And then Ms. Glasgow and I took those to heart, and we have chosen 2 people who will receive the Director's Award. The Director's Award is very special because these names will go on our plaque in our perpetual list in our room, and they get their own special plaque to take home. These students are our most exemplary students. They go above and beyond everything we ask them to do and more.
So this year's been a little bit different with orchestra. We have the beginning sides, and so I get to see a lot of my 8B class. And so from my 8B class, there's one student that has been the most helpful, I think, one of the most helpful. There's so many helpful kids. This is a very difficult decision. And has grown this year in not only in ability, but also in kindness and the leadership of the violin section. Now, I guess I'll just go ahead and say who Anna Fleur Reboulet, will you please come?
Okay, and then from my 8A class, I often say that this student is a shining example of someone I would want to gig with, because the musician is easy to follow, the way the musician moves, the way he communicates, and he's also, oh, I said he already, he's kind. And I don't like to play with musicians who are not kind, and often people that are exceptionally talented and really good at their craft can not be as humble and nice to be around. But this student is very humble, very kind, helpful, and I think he does great leadership as our concertmaster, Simon Cho. Okay, now, this next award is special. I made it up this year. And it's because as a teacher, I am here early every day. I stay late. Lots of my nights and weekends are given up. So if you are my child, you have to be really patient with me. And so I would like to give an award to my son. Because bless his heart, he's here like 7:15 every day. And often he's like, Mom, it's like 5:15. Are we going home? Or I'm like, hey, can you and your sister make dinner tonight? Because I have such and such happening. It takes a lot. So I made this plaque. Gavin, can you come on up? This says, Hull Middle School Orchestra presents Gavin McCollum an Appreciation Award in recognition of the countless hours you spent before school and after school hours in support of orchestra as your mom made lesson plans and readied the room for events. For the many years you put away extra chairs, picked up trash off the floor, and shut down your mom's computer and sound system because she was too tired to do it after teaching all day. For all the evenings you made yourself dinner when you conducted school concert or had after-school activities. For every morning that you held the door open for her and sometimes other teachers to enter the building because you are a gentleman at heart. You will be missed. Miss Glasgow and I arranged the next song because we have played it at so many weddings and we thought that they would enjoy learning it as well. So here comes 1,000 Years. that concludes our concert for this evening, but parents, one last time here at Home Middle School, will you please help us stack chairs? They can go quite high, so they don't have to be against the wall or anything. Remember, these are those weird chairs that stack front to back, alternating. The students can help us with the stands, and also, anyone that feels really inspired, there's a bunch of base stools. Those can go back to Ms. Glasgow in my rooms. Just stick them anywhere in those rooms. That's what tomorrow is for. Put them all away. Students, look under your chairs. Make sure that you're not leaving your certificates or medals. And remember, booklets go back into the basket so the high school students can put all of that away.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Remember that if everyone does one thing, then none of us does everything. So that would be wonderful. And yeah, thank you again.